Hello, welcome back to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 different things that you can pick up from thrift stores that have a really high sell-through rate. These are some things that I have found lately and I wanted to share with you. If you're new here, welcome. I am a reselling homeschooling mom. I have been doing this for about 10 years now, and I support myself and my kids with reselling and other ways of making money online. If you're interested in topics like these, then hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any content. Before we get into the 5 items that I'm going to talk about today, I wanted to share with you this article by Wall Street Prep about sell-through rate. Different resellers approach sell-through rate in different ways. Some resellers want things that have a 50% or higher sell-through rate because it's going to sell more quickly. I, of course, would love things that are always on the higher end of sell-through rates, but when I find things that are closer to the 20% sell-through rate, I don't mind picking them up if they also are going to sell for a really high profit. So one of the items that I'm sharing today is closer to a 20% sell-through rate, but the profit that I'll be able to get from it when it does sell is really phenomenal. First item we're looking at here is a Hess truck. This is a toy truck. They put out different ones every year and they can be really collectible. While Hess trucks can be very collectible, this one is in pretty rough shape and it's missing the car. But there are some Hess trucks that are worth a lot of money and have a great sell-through rate. So I want you to just keep your eyes open when you see Hess. So let's take a look at some of the ones that do have a really good sell-through rate and are selling for a lot of money. Let's take a look at this Hess toy. So as far as Hess goes, they put out new ones every year. This is Hess 2023. I thought, let me just plug in last year's. And as you can see, these are sold, sorted from high to low. Yes. And the ones I'm seeing repeatedly from that year is the truck boat that has a helicopter on the back. The sell-through rate for this, when I search 2023 Hess, we've got a 62% sell-through rate with an average sold price of $73. That's really good. They're not all the boat truck. As you can see, there's a police truck and cruiser. Basically, what you've got to do is when you find a Hess toy, you're going to take it. If it's still in the package, you should be able to find the year pretty easily. Otherwise, turn it over and find the year on the bottom, the make and everything, and then you'll be able to look it up by year. So when I did just an extra preliminary search after that, Hess 2022 looks like a 40% sell-through rate. There's vintage ones that go all the way back into the 60s. So even Hess 2020 or 2000 rather, still looking at a 49% sell-through rate. It's a little bit lower, $16 on the average sold price, but this just gives you an idea. So when you're looking up something that's an Hess item, you can put the year in there because some of them are going to be more collectible than others. Next up are these Göttinger pineapples, which I meant to turn this video around, are upside down. At $1.99, if I weren't looking things up, if I weren't trying to improve my sell-through rate, these would be no-brainer pickups for me because I've always said I enjoy selling trivets. I don't mind them sitting a little longer, but after I did the research, I decided I was not going to pick these up after all. Göttinger is a great brand. They sell all kinds of different things, but there are some Göttinger items that are worth a lot of money, and I want to make sure that you're aware of those as well. Pineapple trivets, which I didn't get. I ended up doing a search for Göttinger trivets, didn't look good. Pineapple trivets didn't look good, so I didn't end up getting them. But I wanted to point out something from Göttinger that does sell for a lot of money, and it's not just Göttinger. So if you're not familiar with this brand, they make really fancy crystal and glassware and dishes and silverware and shakers. At first I thought, okay, this is going to be the winner, these cocktail shakers. And they were okay. I mean, they did sell for a lot of money, but the sell-through rate was a little bit lower. Göttinger trivet, same deal, just wasn't selling through very well and wasn't selling for a ton. So here, as you can see, the Göttinger trivet, this is on Terapeak. It had a 9.52 sell-through rate. Not gonna do that. And then I tried pineapple trivet, again 8% sell-through rate. I like the average sold price a little bit more, but still not gonna do it. What I was noticing when I searched Göttinger, what I like to do, and I mentioned this in other videos as well, because I'm already in the middle of searching something, I want to say, okay, you know what, I'm already here. Let me find out, well, if this isn't the thing from this brand that's selling, let me see what I should look for when I see this brand. So what I started noticing was that there's something called Göttinger cut to clear glass and crystal, and it's not just Göttinger, but this Göttinger cut to clear, 70% sell-through rate, average sold price $37. And let me show you a little bit of what I'm talking about here. So here you can see that there are colored glass and it's cut, or crystal, and it's cut through so you can see the clear, right? Now, my question is, okay, well, if I see this and I don't know Göttinger from the next thing, Waterford or whatever, how am I supposed to know? So I'm like, ooh, what do I do? What do I do, right? And I know that a lot of crystal, the bottom of the, you know, the pattern on the bottom of the glass or what have you is it, but if you don't know, you don't know, right? So I'm like, okay, what if it's all cut to clear? So I did a search. So this is, you know, a couple of the Göttinger ones. And I'm sure once you, if you know, you know, maybe if you do know, leave a comment and help us out. But as you can see, there are quite a few that have sold for a lot of money, and the sell-through rate was really good. So then I thought, well, let me try just cut to clear crystal and cut to clear glass, never mind the brand. So that will help me out when I am looking for that. So here, cut to clear, 69% sell-through rate, $53 average sold price. This ring popped up randomly, but it's, you know, mostly these cut crystal glasses, right? Cut to clear glass over here, $66. I mean, 66% sell-through rate, $50. I wanted to see the difference, like, okay, if it's glass or crystal, what are we looking at here? So when I did a search of just cut to clear crystal, and I sorted by ended recently, we're looking at 2,600 results. And here, yeah, it's got Göttinger, but some of them are unbranded, right? So here's Czech Crystal, Caesar, Boheme, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, Bohemia, right? They don't all have a specific brand, so I don't think it necessarily matters. If you can find the brand after the fact, fantastic. But I think if you see this cut to clear crystal or glass, then it's going to be something worth picking up, because I know I've seen some lately and I haven't picked it up. But now I know. Knowledge is power, right? Bohemian Ruby Red, cut to clear, and so on. So you get the idea. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Göttinger. So this is one of the reasons I like doing my research this way, because it gives me a really good indicator of what I need to be picking up. I'm trying to get back to that. There we go. The cut to clear crystal, 69% sell-through rate, $53. So if I'm doing my research in that way and just going down the rabbit hole just a little bit, not even too long, then I can see, okay, well, here's something else I didn't know. Here's something else that has a high sell-through rate. So I can start expanding my repertoire of things I'm picking up and be able to get things selling more quickly. Next up is this Snoopy golf figure. I see that it's got some repairs on it, but Snoopy is usually a pretty good bet. While this Snoopy figurine is not worth a lot of money, Snoopy is generally a really good option to pick up. Definitely look it up. But I wanted to share with you one item right now that is really, really hot as far as Snoopy items go, because apparently there was some sort of TikTok, I never saw the TikTok about it, but a lot of the listings mention it, so I want you to be aware of it, and I'm glad I saw it. So if I am out there and I see it, I'll know to pick it up. But generally, Snoopy is a good pickup, but you've got to be discerning with which Snoopy pieces to pick up. So Snoopy golf figure, just wasn't selling very well. There were 16 results for them that were sold. They weren't all exactly the same. This one is a Jim Shore, which generally is a good pickup. And so when I come over here, Snoopy Woodstock golf figurine, 26% sell-through rate, which if the average sold price was higher, I would say, okay, go for it. I'll let it sit on my shelf if I'm going to get $20, $30, $40, $50 or more in profit. But at an average sold price of $18, let's say I spent $3 or $4 on it, that's really cutting into my profit. So I would maybe make a $10 profit, which is fine. That's a great profit. But I really want that to be something that's going to be more quick. If I'm wanting to hold on to it longer, I would prefer for it to be a higher profit. Now, if you've watched me for a long time, you know that I'm not usually such a stickler about sell-through rate, and I'm willing to buy things and let them sit and wait for them to sell. But I am trying to improve my eBay selling. So I'll still pick up things that are going to take a little longer to sell, but I do want to also have that information so I know, like, oh, I need to pick up things that are having a higher sell-through rate. And if we don't do this research, how are we going to know these things? So we have to dive into this, and we have to get into the nitty-gritties of this a little bit to see, like, what kinds of things do we need to be looking for. Now, the Snoopy golf figurine wasn't a winner, but I know Snoopy, and Snoopy's very popular. So I thought, you know what, let's just type in Snoopy and see what happens. Snoopy overall has a 27% sell-through rate with a $30 average sold price, which is really good. So as I looked here, what I started seeing where these are ended recently, boom, boom, boom. The first number that I see are these Snoopy puffer jacket items. I'm like, what is going on here? What's the story with this? There were so many. Look, average total sold 173, 165. So many, right? What's going on with this? And then this is where I'm seeing that TikTok, CVS, Christmas holiday plush, blah, 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 right? Let me plug that one in. Snoopy puffer jacket, 96% sell-through rate with a $45 average sold price. So if you have a CVS near you, or if you see this Snoopy with the puffer jacket, snap him up. And it's not even like, oh, there's only 3 sold. There's over 5,500 sold in the last 90 days. That's a winner. That is a winner. The next area that I was looking in are the linens. I like picking up linens, curtains, and things of that nature because they're really easy to ship, fairly easy to photograph if you lay them out. This is Austin Horn, and this brand is really high-end and can sell for a lot of money. I'm noticing that there's a lot of pillow shams out, and some of these shams sell for an incredible amount of money. Austin Horn, this is the drapes that I was looking at there, and these are some of the Austin Horn items. They have that very lush brocade look. This is just a set of 2 shams, like pillow shams that sold for $129. Here's another one. This is a comforter set, best offer taken, almost 400 bucks, best offer. Not sure what it was going to be, but here's another Austin Horn zebra pillow that sold for $119. Let's take a look at Austin Horn on Terapeak. Pulled those open. More Austin Horn. Austin Horn, Terapeak, 42% sell-through rate, $74 average sold price. So if you see Austin Horn out there, it's worth picking up. Now this one I took a video of almost as a joke because I have never seen anything like it. It's this lacquered jewelry box, which is really cool. Again, love selling jewelry boxes. Sometimes they sit. But when I opened this up, there was a ballerina inside, and I had never seen a ballerina inside a lacquered Asian-style jewelry box before. And while jewelry boxes can sell well, depending on the style and all of that, I mean, I like to pick them up. I still do. I don't know. Everybody has their thing that they pick it up even though they don't always sell really quickly. This style actually sells pretty well. This one's kind of beat up, so I didn't actually get it because you can see it's taped on top. It has a lot of damage. Kind of regret not getting it because they do sell for a pretty good profit. Here's that vintage lacquer ballerina jewelry box. 38% sell-through rate with a $47 average sold price. So the sell-through rate's a little higher. As you can see, there's 7 total sold. So there's not a lot out there. Yeah, so it might be something that takes a little longer to sell. Doesn't look like there's a ton on the market. So maybe I should have picked it up. However, mine wasn't, the one that was there did not look amazing. And you can see these look a little nicer than the one that was, I don't know. Let me know. Should I have picked it up? What do you think? I'm sure it's not there now. It's probably gotten snapped up. But these look, I mean, that one was bigger though. Oh, the things we think, right? That one was really big. Oh well, maybe I could have touched it up, but I didn't get it. The next bit of this video, I am beelining it through the store because as soon as I walk in, I see 2 giant gold mirrors. You see them way over in the corner. They're a pair of gold framed mirrors, and I've been looking for some for myself. So I'm making you dizzy for a second, but here they are. They're really tall. I'm going to be hanging them in my house. But paired mirrors can sell really well, especially gold framed paired mirrors. So let's take a look at what you should be looking for and what kind of words you could use in your listings to make sure they're found so you get this really high sell-through rate as well. So 2 wall mirrors, pair, gold. These are the research terms that I put into Terapeak for a 40% sell-through rate, $92 average sold price. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at pairs of mirrors that have a gold frame that are selling. So here we've got not even just like the ginormous ones that I got. These are just little smaller ones, right? Look at this, 2 antique brass Federal Eagle, $595 on those. So because a lot of people like myself were looking for pairs to hang on either sides of whatever, if you see something like this that has 2 of them, then it's definitely something. 40% sell-through rate. Of course, it's not that 50, but this is where I say, oh, it's got that $92 average sold price, so I will wait. Even if it was at 20% sell-through rate with the $92, to me, that's worth the wait, especially if I'm spending $5, $10 or less on the item. That's a really big profit that I can wait for. And here we are looking at some of these, in more detail, just to get an idea of, they don't all have the candlestick holders. Some of them do, some don't. These don't even match, right? There's one that's the eagle, one's, I don't know, some other kind of gold frame. But generally, if they match, gold frame, candlestick holders on a lot of them. I'm seeing a pattern here. I'm wondering over here if I take off gold, what if it's something else, like not gold? Well, will the sell-through rate still be, say, 26% sell-through rate, but still $99 average sold price? So if you see mirrors, even if they're not gold framed, it might be worth taking a look at those pairs. Let's try silver. This is what I do. Just play around with it. How about silver? Holy moly. 37, sell-through rate at 37%. It's not what we want, but I mean, average sold price. Are we talking about silver, like actual silver? I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, go down there and leave a comment. Let me know something that you have sold lately. I sold a Simpsons mini poster that I'm going to be shipping out. So that's something that sold today that you could be on the lookout for too, Simpsons items. I hope you enjoyed this video, and my goal is to help all of us become more successful resellers, because there really is an abundance of inventory out there, and reselling is not dead. There's so much out there for us to sell. We just have to know what to pick up so that we can grab the right things to sell. And I hope you are having a great one. I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.